Five on Your Sideline is sponsored by Side and Stricker Nobi John Deere.
The grills were burning, the Friday night playlist was in full swing, and our area teams were underneath those Friday night lights. Welcome into Five on Your Sideline. I'm Ahmad Hicks.
And I'm Corey Miller. We have our mini introduction to the 2022 football season tonight. It's Jamboree Week. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Some teams opened up their playbooks, while others kept their tricks in the bag for week one. Let's hit the fields. Ahmad, you're up first.
How about we start things with the defending champs? CBC taking on Ladue. Jeremiah Love was a difference maker all last season. He says, don't mind me, just picking up where I left off. But his teammate A.J. Brown said, hold up, man, ain't no fun unless we all get some. He rumbles off a few defenders for a cadet touchdown. They kick off their season in Canton, Ohio next weekend versus Milton from Georgia.
Well, that's cool.
Absolutely.
I'm jealous of that. Francis Howell Vikings, they have some big plans this year, and it all started tonight. Beauty of a play here, Ahmad. Just deal. He's going to go up. And then he's going to come down with it in the end zone. But that's not the best part. Here we go. Strike a pose, young man. Here we go. They get in the end zone again on this Jalen Pearson run. The Vikings are certainly one of the programs to watch in high school football this season.
Focusing on Ladue now, this is how you know it's not the real season. We couldn't even find the rosters anywhere, but I know the quarterback, Bo Dolan, dropping off a dime. His wide receiver, we'll know his name next week, I promise you. Now, taking on McClure North later on, don't blink when number 27 gets the ball because you may not see where he's going. In this case, it was the end zone. The Rams open up on the road at Westminster next Friday.
That should be a good game, too. Let's go McClure North now. They're up. Just a mass of black and blue jerseys here. Let's see if you can follow the play. All right, there it is. North goes in for the end zone, into the end zone there for the score. Nice run. They'd score their next one in the air, though. They beat the Ladue defense out wide. Nice touchdown. Solan is up first in week one for North.
How about my Pioneers? Kirkwood has some big shoes to fill at quarterback after Lewis Kavanaugh graduated. Omar Hopkins connecting with Larry Robinson. Someone check his birth certificate. I was told he's a sophomore, but he looks like a grown man. And then later on defense, Cam Richardson picks off this Lafayette pass, and well, all he saw was green grass. But slow down, young fella. It's a jamboree. Vashon makes their way to Kirkwood next week.
Let's check out Troy now, coming off a great season last year, and this is a great jamboree run. Nick Bova refuses to go down, ends up in the end zone, and hits the handstand for good measure. Then it's going to be Nick Johnson, another nice run for Troy there. Big game against Hull for Troy coming up next week. That's a great rivalry.
All right, up next, Fort Zumwalt West, and we're going heavy on the defense here because that wins championships, right? First up, Andy Lesma gets into the backfield and finishes off the sack. Nice flow on the young man, too.
Flow.
Hey, you trying to grow out your hair, Corey?
I can't do that.
Okay, me neither. Then it's a host of Jaguars getting on the action with the hard tackle. They've got Eureka in week one. Big task.
You've seen me try to grow out my hair. It ain't pretty.
We have.
No rosters for Lafayette, but it's all good. Look at this great shot. I don't know what's better, the catch or the photographer's Tom Stasiak on that catch. We'll take both. Lancers kick things off versus Marquette next week.
Let's head to Eureka. Some great action there for their jamboree, and we're going to start with a bang thanks to Trey Haneke. Wait for the boom here. Boom! Ooh, bet the low man wins in football, Corey. Remember that. The Wildcats have some speed too. Larry Reed takes this handoff, and he's going to be slippery through the Summit defense. They eventually drag him down. Eureka opens their season versus Zumwalt West.
Now, always tough, Rockwood Summit, and we're going defense first because, like you said, what does defense win?
That wins championships. Yes,
Fourth down, Falcons stand tall. They keep Eureka out of the end zone. That fires up the coaching staff, of course. Nice play on offense, too. Sam Bellamy is going to get the concentration. Hauls that one in right as he's getting tackled. Summit has Fox in week one.
All right, now it's Vianney's turn, and we got some offense and defense for you. Defense first. Ruben Hovey with the nice pick on the SLU quarterback and the team. They say, hey, that's what we're going to do all season long. And then they have some fun on the offense throwing dimes. Great pitch and catch right here. Jack Burke comes down for the touchdown. The Griffins would like to see that all year long.
The SLU Billikens have some new leadership and came out rolling tonight in the Jamboree. Marco Sansone was serving up passes on a silver platter. First, this one right at us. A little bit of a juke and into the end zone.
That's how we like it.
We're going to see another deep ball coming up right here. And
again,
the throw is great.
Different quarterback.
The catch might be even better. Look at this catch.
Ooh, 1 foot
Just
in.
sneaks the foot in. SLU has a big one against St. Mary's in week one.
He's ready for college. We're days away from the high school football season kicking off with all those jamborees that we talked about. And there's some big games to follow and some big stars, but none may be bigger than SLU's Ryan Wingo. Already listed as one of the top recruits in his class nationally, interim head coach Adam Cruz says he expects even bigger things from his junior captain this season.
Looking for him to take that next step. Last year, him and Chris formed an awesome tandem on the offensive side of the ball. Now Ryan has got to be the guy, and I know he's really excited to be that, and he's excited to do that. And also, he's so big in the special teams game, so big in the defensive game. Really looking for Ryan to just kind of be that complete player that he's already kind of shown he can be and continue taking those strides.
All right, back to the action. Zumwalt North's defense showed up tonight. Nice play, follows the runner after almost a fumble. They get the quick tackle still. St. Mary's pretty good too. Ahmad, I know you're going to have their highlights.
Yep, coming up.
Huge game against Francis Howell to open the season for Zumwalt North next week, though.
All right, how about some more defending champs? You just mentioned St. Mary's. You hear the guy on the camera right now. Yeah. Taking on Zumwalt North. Kevin Coleman wore number 3 last year. He's at Jackson State now, but this guy is Chase Hendricks. He'll wear 7 during the season, and him and his quarterback, they'll look to put up 7 all season long. David Leonard, a dime right there. The Dragons, like we said, have SLU next Friday.
Let's check out DeSmet under new head coach John Merritt, and it was a good start. Keyshawn Ford takes that pass and heads to the house. That's going to be a guy who's going to cause some problems this year for the defense.
They have really good players.
They
really
do.
Good, yeah.
Then they're going to air it out a little bit more. Tom Stasiak, another great shot.
Right
into Dimitri and Cannon's hands for the score. That's pretty, Ahmad.
Oh, absolutely. Now, whenever you see these guys, just know they're going to be very disciplined and motivated. McClure taking on DeSmet, but this isn't how Coach Howard Brown probably drew things up. Good thing it's a jamboree. They begin with Cardinal Ritter on the road next Friday.
We went into the spring, we had a hard grind because that left kind of a bitter taste in our mouth. But I think we're even more hungry this year, and we have the talent and, like I mentioned, the depth. And I think that this year we're going to make a pretty big impact.
That was 6-year senior Brianna Halverson on Tuesday ahead of the Billikens home opener versus number 8 Arkansas. She was discussing how the loss to Rutgers in the NCAA tournament last year fueled this team all off season. And last night they put those workouts to test against Arkansas, and in front of one of their largest crowds in program history, the Billikens would stun the number 8 team in the country. Emily Gabe scores off the bounce right here as SLU wins 1-0. They'll get back in action this weekend against Drake, and then back here in St. Louis hosting Notre Dame next week.
It's not just the high school kids getting ready for football season. The Fighting Illini kick off next week and have a number of local kids ready to make a big impact. We've got that coming up next.
Into the end zone. It is caught. Casey Washington's got it. Illinois pulled off the upset.
Illinois football will be one of the first teams in the country to kick off their season next Saturday when they host Wyoming. It's year 2 of the Brett Bielema era, and his squad is looking to build on some high points from last season. They're also doing it with some big contributors from the St. Louis area and hope to get the whole region on board with the plan in Champaign.
It's something special going on right now. And right now it's kind of hard for guys to see. And that's what I kind of try to tell some of the young recruits from STL. It's like, bro, it's a difference right now. And it's something like you could feel. Nobody else in the world probably know right now, because if you're looking at the past, I wouldn't, it was 5-7 last year, didn't have winning seasons for the years before that. So the normal recruit, they're going to be like, well, I'm not going to Illinois. Like, why would I go there? But it's something special going on around here. And I try to relate that to the St. Louis recruits because I want them guys to experience this, because this is a special place right now.
To put on for the 618/314, because it's not like, like put on for Belleville, Collinsville, O'Fallon, St. Louis, Florissant, Ferguson. Like, just to put on for home is just great, I take pride in it. Not a lot of people get a chance to do what I'm doing.
No doubt last year the 2 best games we played were in front of the 2 of the largest crowds. We played in front of 110,000 at Penn State. Our guys played their tails off, 9 overtimes, got the win. We played at Minnesota in front of a sold-out crowd there, and the environment was just very, very special. So love to have you here. I think we're trying to do everything we can, giving back to the community, to get the community involved with us here at Memorial, and anything we can do to make that stadium louder, I think will benefit everybody.
The Cardinals took their hot play to a hot place, the desert specifically. And even though it was a late start, history has already been made. Find out what it is next.
throw that first pitch for a strike.
Albert hits it out to deep left. It is gone. It's a grand slam. 690.
Albert Pujols may have all the love from Cardinal fans right now, but this guy, Paul Goldschmidt, should have everyone's heart. He's been on an absolute tear. Home run number 30 for Goldie tonight. Miles Michaelis was on the bump for the Redbirds, and you know what you're going to get out of him. Consistency and strikeouts. History was also made tonight. Yadier Molina ties Yogi Berra for the 5th most hits by a catcher in baseball history. The Cardinals led at last check 1-0.
It is race weekend once again at Worldwide Technology Raceway. This time, it's the IndyCar's turn to shine in tomorrow's Bommarito 500. Will Power won the pole today and tied Mario Andretti for most IndyCar poles won in series history. And he loves racing here in St. Louis.
It's a really good event for us. It's promoted really well. Always get a big crowd. They do a really good job of presenting it, and yeah, and it races well also. You know, usually can be a bit mixed up with fuel races and so on, but yeah, it's one of my favorite tracks, favorite ovals. I really enjoy it.
All right, Ahmad, I went up to Champaign. They are really confident. 5-7 last year. I'm going to put you on the spot. Better than 5-7 this year for Illinois football.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Mark this day, archive this show, bring it up at the end of the season.
Oh, I won't forget this.
Okay, absolutely. That's Corey Miller. I'm Ahmad Hicks. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We'll see you for week 1 next Friday. Have a great weekend.
On Your Sideline was sponsored by Seidenstricker Nobi John Deere.